All right, let's talk about the web. Every single time you shop online, scroll through your feed, or check the news, you are walking through a world that someone, somewhere carefully built. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain and show you exactly how they do it.
I mean, think about it. The last website you were on, did you ever just stop and wonder, how does this actually work? What's the secret sauce that makes it look and feel the way it does?
Well, it turns out a huge part of that answer, pretty much everything you see and touch, has a name. It's called front-end development, and we're about to break down exactly what that means.
Okay, let's start our little tour behind the screen. First things first, we've got to define the world that you, the user, experience every single day.
So, what is front-end development? Simply put, it's everything you can see and interact with. The layout of the page, the colors, the buttons you click, even the cool little animations. If you can see it on your screen, that's the front end.
So how does that world get built? Well, to get to the heart of it, we're going to use a really simple analogy. Think of it like we're building a person, a digital person, using 3 core technologies.
First up, you have HTML. That stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and you can just think of it as the skeleton. It's the absolute basic structure. It tells the web browser, hey, this is a headline, this right here is a paragraph, and let's put a button over here. It's the bare bones of the entire page.
And I mean that literally. Without HTML, your web browser has 0 instructions on what to show. You would just see a completely blank white page. No text, no images, nothing. It is the absolute foundation for everything else.
Now, a skeleton is great for structure, but let's be honest, it's not much to look at. That's where CSS, or Cascading Style Sheets, comes in. If HTML is the skeleton, CSS is the skin, the hair, the clothes. It's all the style. It handles the colors, the fonts, the spacing, everything that makes a website actually look good.
Just imagine a website without any CSS. It's just a long, boring list of black text on a plain white background. All the information is there, sure, but it's not designed, it's not engaging, it's not very user-friendly, right?
And that is the transformation that CSS makes possible. It takes that raw, bony structure from the HTML and turns it into something that's actually nice to look at, something that's engaging. It's the design layer that brings that skeleton to life.
Okay, so now we have a well-structured, stylish skeleton. But it can't actually do anything yet. It's just sitting there looking pretty. This is where our final piece, JavaScript, comes in. This is the brain and the muscles. It's what makes the website interactive.
So what does that mean in the real world? Well, you know when you click a button and a menu slides out smoothly? That's JavaScript. Or when you're signing up for something and the form tells you your passwords don't match, without the whole page having to reload? Yep, that's JavaScript too. It's the engine that makes a website feel alive and responsive.
So we've covered the what and the how, but what about the why? Why does this matter to you? Well, this next section is all about how these skills can be a launchpad for your future.
And this is the most important takeaway. These 3 technologies, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, they are not optional. They're the universal starting line. If you want to become a web developer, mastering these 3 is the absolute essential first step, period.
And once you have that solid foundation, so many doors start to open. You could become a dedicated front-end developer, a more visual web designer, a user-focused UI/UX developer, or you could even learn the back-end stuff and become a full-stack developer who can build an entire app from the ground up.
And, the best part might be the flexibility of where you can use these skills. You could be working for a huge, innovative tech company or a scrappy startup changing the world. You could have the freedom of being a freelancer or find an awesome remote job you can do from anywhere.
And let's be clear, this isn't some tiny niche skill. The demand for people who can build the web is absolutely massive. It's global, and it's not slowing down, it's constantly growing. Learning this stuff isn't just a hobby, it's a serious investment in a high-demand career.
Which brings us to our final thought. The journey begins. And your starting point? It's right here, right now.
So think about it this way. Everything we just talked about, the skeleton, the style, the brains of the web, that's your starting line. The entire exciting journey of building things online begins with these 3 powerful technologies. The real question isn't just what can you build, but what idea can you bring to life now that you know the building blocks?